Woohoo! It's tomato time. Hey, everybody. I'm back. Second day in a row. You guys sick of me yet? Because I'm kind of sick of me. Anyway, my name's Lauren. Welcome to Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. What I'm referring to is it's that time of year where I do a reveal of my 2026 grow list. I do this every year for the past 3 years. And I had to switch my normal day Tuesday to Wednesdays, and I always have these Thursdays. So some of you may be getting a double dose of me, but that's okay because getting rid of Tuesdays is worth it because my friend Ken from Forgotten Heirlooms, he's doing a wonderful pepper show that same format as Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce, but it's with somebody who knows peppers far better than I do. He's the moderator of our sister group to Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, Pepper Lovers Collective and Swap, or PLC. Ken Fry from Forgotten Heirlooms, and he could only do Tuesdays. And so I'm like, we need this show. Go to Tuesdays. I'll switch the day. And Wednesdays, I think, works the best for me. So I'll do my reveal on Wednesdays, I think, for the next 6 weeks. And then it'll go into my garden tours on Wednesdays. So anyway, if you haven't tuned into Ken's show, it's this same time, my old time. Even if you're like I'm way more into tomatoes, like way more into tomatoes. But he's getting me excited about peppers. I have some I like. For those of you that watch me, you know I really loved Yellow Ding Dong that Jen had given me last year. I love Lessie. Like I do have an appreciation for peppers, but it's not to the extent as tomatoes. So anyway, welcome, welcome. If it's your first time, please drop a hi in the comments. Let us know where you're from. Would love to hear from you. And for those of you who are coming back, this is my first show in 5 weeks. I've been away. For those of you that may not know, I go to visit my parents in Destin, Florida, where they winter for 3 weeks every year. It was amazing. Um, just from a reboot standpoint, but also to spend this precious time with my parents who are in their early 80s. So I think in years past, I've actually done a show or two from Destin, and I decided this year, I'm like, even though it was hard because I love doing this show, but I decided for this year, I'm like, no, I'm going to like unplug as much as possible. And so my ongoing list that I have for the shows has been really ongoing for like 5 weeks. So when I see or think of a tomato that would be good to showcase, I've been adding it to my list. So, um, and I'm excited about what I have to show you today. If it's your first time, we are live. It is Thursday, March 12th, 2026. For those of you that are watching live, it's also recorded. So for those of you that can't make live, you can catch it also. But we are an interactive broadcast, and I welcome your comments, your questions, your oh my, I need this comments, whatever. Not ask, but I encourage you to grab a notepad and a pen because chances are I've got 16 tomatoes to talk about today. Chances are you may want to, you're going to find something that perhaps you want to seek. I run a group, co-admin with Jen Joy and Kina Tonaru called Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. We are on Facebook, and we have a post that we put up every single Saturday where you can seek up to 5 varieties that you're looking for. I will admit, a lot of what I'm talking about today is um, hard to find, not easy to find, but are any of them? I'm scrolling through my list. There's a couple that aren't difficult, and then several that are, or they're sold out or whatever. So seed seeking Saturday, or we also have a most wanted post where you're supposed to have one most wanted at a time. I had some downtime, obviously, when I was in Destin, and I was cleaning up that list. And for some people, I was deleting like 7 most wanteds, and they weren't even filled. They were just like open most wanteds. And I like to think people just don't realize that they forget they have something up there. Um, and it's really hard work to go through because it's like you have to be looking for a specific person. So it has to kind of catch your eye. So I ask, and we've got stuff up there from 2 years ago. So I ask if you have something in most wanted, or maybe you don't know you have something in most wanted. If you could go through, do us a favor, go through, make sure you only have one up at a time. That's the idea. The idea behind the post is you have one, hopefully somebody finds it for you, and then you get to put a new one up. And if somebody has granted you your most wanted, if you could please delete that, that would be helpful also. What else? What else? Let's see who's here today. I saw Sherman is his typical first. Was here hours ago. Hey Sherman, looking forward to today's awesome sauce. I have missed this so much. I have to tell you. Yesterday with my grow list reveal part 1, I definitely got my I definitely was psyched about that. But this particular show, I've been doing it for a couple of years now. I just love it. I love all of you who tune in um, each week. And for those of you who are new, there's nothing greater than seeing somebody who's new. I mentioned this, I think, last week. I remember Akelia when she came in. It was just like a year ago, maybe a little longer than a year ago, under the name Tree on YouTube, and she joined the group, and now she's like, you know, a wonderful, not wonderful, I mean, everybody's wonderful, but like she's really into it. You'd think she's been growing for a long time, but this will only be her second growing season, which is surprising. So I love to see people come in who've never grown before, and perhaps I give them an itch to scratch, and then you join Tomato Lovers Collective and swap, and then it's all over. Once you start making swaps and seeing photos of things that our friends grow, it's all over. You think I'm only going to grow 10 plants this year. And then next thing you know, you're building another bed, or you're ordering a billion grow bags to stick in every corner possible, because you just can't do without this variety. Um, as a matter of fact, my shirt today says Professional Tomato Plant Enabler. Yes, you need that variety too. This is from Inspired Garden Life, our friends there. I have to show you guys my jeans. See these? They've got, this is totally not off topic, not on tomatoes, but I'm in love with these. Nice jeans, right? Look at this, you ladies. That's not a real button. This is all painted on. No pocket. Oh no, sorry, there is a pocket there, but the rest of it, it's by a company called Rag and Bone. They are not cheap, but oh my God, you want to live in them. I think they're called sweatpant jeans or something like that, and they're lined with terry cloth. You need that. You need that. Got it before I went to Destin, and I'm like, can I just wear these every day? They're so comfy. Isn't it crazy that it's not a button? Like, you totally can't tell when you're looking at it from far away, even close up. But anyway, yes, Inspired Garden Life, our friends there. If you like, most of the shirts I wear are from them, inspiredgardenlife.com. And you can always get 20% off of their shirts by using the code TLC20. And they're incredibly generous people. So I don't have any kind of deal with them, like I'll mention them a special amount of times or anything like that. I just like to give them the business because they're very kind, generous people to our group. Who else do we have here? Angwe's here. Scano Angwe. Happy Thursday. Mayor from Afar is here. Hello. Happy Thursday. Good morning, Deborah. Glad you're here. Teresa, by the way, if it's your first time watching or if you've forgotten, we are giving out prizes today. I see Teresa's name. She's always giving us prizes to give out. Make sure you type in hashtag tomato anytime during the broadcast. Hashtag tomato in the comments. And we've got tons of prizes today. Everybody's so generous. I have to say, poor Gayla Anderson Reyes. I don't know if you're here, Gayla, but during our 10,000 member celebration last Friday, where Kina, Jen, and I were live, she was one of the first people to donate prizes, and it was on my list. I was very organized. Somehow I missed her. In fact, I forgot. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Well, I have to do this. I wrote down Gayla's prizes, and then I forgot to copy and paste what they were. At least the number. Hang on. Bear with me. Anyway, I skipped over her accidentally, and after the show, she's like, "Did you forget about me?" And I somehow did, even though she was written down. So she's kindly giving those prizes away today. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Gayla, and I'm sorry about that. But anyway, type in hashtag tomato. I will do a drawing at the end of the broadcast. Let me just copy this in here. And then we had a member who won one of the trucker hats from Secret Seed Cartel, and she shared with me, this is Dana Smith, and she shared with me she's just not a hat person. So she asked if she could give that away during today's show. So all kinds of great prizes, CD prizes, and all of that too. Couple other things before we get started. Showed this yesterday, but my show, I do a show once a month, the first Friday of the month, normally with Jen, Tomato Talk Live. And we often have special guests on the show. And our April episode has a very, very special guest, our friend Angwe Es, otherwise known as Phil Seneca of Good Mind Seeds. Many of us know him well at this point, and we're in for a special episode. When we first met, I'm like, one of these days you have to come on the show, and he is ready, we're ready, and we can't wait. Jen and I can't wait. So thank you, Angwe. We'll be talking about all things tomatoes, and he's just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to genetics and all things tomatoes. He's, I thought I knew a lot, but I feel stupid when I talk to him, but he doesn't make me feel stupid. Just he's very well versed in all this stuff. Also, coming up is our plant and seed swap, our third annual. We meet in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. This year it will be on Friday, May 8th, and people come with leftover plants that they have to give away, and not just tomatoes, but you can bring pepper plants. I've brought my favorite African blue basil cuttings before. Jen brought them last year also. Flowers, whatever. I mean, it's mainly tomatoes, I will say, but you're welcome to bring other things as well. I know Ken Fry from Forgotten Heirlooms is going to be there. I'm not positive yet about Bounty Hunter Seeds. We'll have a food truck this year. The time is 12 to 6 Eastern Standard Time in our pavilion. I know people are asking about hotel rooms. We've got some people coming from super far away. So I think this will be our largest one yet. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I hope you guys can make it. You can make a weekend out of it. Hershey is not far at all, maybe half an hour. And the town of Carlisle is great. In fact, we chose this weekend. They're big on like conventions and stuff in Carlisle. I'm pretty sure this weekend, the weekend of May 8th, is a big antiques show in Carlisle. I keep forgetting to say that. And then we have our seed swap and tomato tasting in August 28th. And that's like a Corvette show, I think. So anyway, there'll be a lot to do. Carlisle's a nice town. If you are flying in or whatever, if you're flying in, obviously you can't bring plants, and that is okay. We just want you there. It's a meetup too. It's a chance to meet your fellow tomato heads. And it's really just cool once you've met somebody in person that you've talked to online quite a bit. It's really very, very special. Jen and I will be doing a live broadcast from there like we do each time. And it's just, it's a really fun time. So I hope you consider, I know a lot of people will send like screenshots of how long a trip it is for their ways, but we've had people coming from as far as Missouri, Florida, Rochester, New York. I mean, far, far. So maybe you want to make a weekend out of it too. I guarantee you I will have extra plants for Angwe's, some of Angwe's varieties like Prince Charming's Bastard, Angwe Es, Lyman the Coconut. I will have extra seedlings there. I will also be having, I shared this yesterday, I've got some of the fruit tomato F1 hybrids from Japan that I'm starting now and hoping to have cuttings that I'll root so I can give away some of those plants, because an F1 variety, I mean, you can save seeds from them, but it will never be the same variety you got in the hybrid. So by taking the cuttings and making more plants, gets more of us out there to taste the wonderful F1s. What else? Speaking of Sherman, he is giving away, Sherman here, who's always our first. Sherman is moving, sadly, but exciting for him. I won't get into more detail. I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say, but he's I'm not giving away, selling good price. I'm not really sure. Sherman, you can correct me on this, but he has a green stalk and raspberry. He's got all kinds of pots and things like that. Sherman, if you'd like to share in the comments exactly what you've got, he's in New Jersey. So if you are interested in any of his stuff, you guys can work out, I don't, a time and place to meet or whatever the price is. So maybe you can talk to Sherman about that. Sherman, hope that we keep seeing you at these shows, but I'm happy for you with your new adventure. Recently lost his mom, and I'm really sorry to hear that. Um, Speaking of Sherman, this is the best YouTube tomato channel, such a joy each week. That makes me feel good. It's always nice. Whenever I don't see your name first, I'm like, where's Sherman? Something must be wrong. All right, who else do we have here? Lisa Lloyd is here. Hi there. And Susan is here. Susan Kirkby. Hi, Leslie. We have 90 live viewers right now. If you're just tuning in, make sure you type in hashtag tomato. I'll be giving away some seeds, a trucker's hat from Secret Seed Cartel, all kinds of other things. Oh, I don't know if Jeffrey's here. Jeffrey and Teresa, not Teresa Begin, different Teresa, have been telling me for months, you need to get super chats. I didn't know what a super chat was, but I finally did the setting for super chats. I think super chats allows you to donate money to me for various things. Like I do pay for this platform about $50 a month for this, give away a lot of seeds. So I'm not begging at all, but people were like, if you had super chats, I would totally do it. So it should be like on the top where you hit like and subscribe, I think. I forget what it says. I think it says thanks. No pressure, but I just wanted to alert you guys that it is there. How I get paid, I'm not really sure. And I'm not sure it will show up on my platform here. I guess I would kind of have to have YouTube open. Hang on, let me see if I can put it on my phone, because I would hate for anybody to donate and me not say thank you. View channel, live, awesome sauce. Okay, and that will be there forever. But please, I'm not begging for donations. I just want to alert you guys that it's a new button there. If you could like and subscribe, that would be fabulous. Looks like I'm super close to 2,000 followers. I think I'm at like 1.99 thousand, 1,990. So I'm pretty close. Speaking of which, we have 99 live viewers right now. It really warms my heart. And it also makes me feel like, okay, while I am crazy, there's other crazy people as well. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention. That YouTube thing's crazy too. Okay, let's get to other people. Leslie. Hi, Leslie. Thanks for being here. We've got blah, blah. Hello. And Roxanne. Catherine. I have to tell you, I worked like a dog before I went away to get every single person's seeds out that I owed. And I did it. I got them all out. Of course, while I was away, I brought my trade notebook and I committed to sending others out, but it's doable now, where before it was like, I don't know how I'm going to finish this. So that was another reason why I just wanted to crash while I was down there. Denise is here. Hi, Denise. Raspberry Crunch is here. Hello, Tomato Gang. Let's go. Gina and Anne. Hi, Natalia. Nice to see you. Deanna, nice to see you. Dewana, Mariah. Oh, if you're in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, and I hope you are, if you're not, please join us on Facebook. Whether you're a new grower or a seasoned grower, there's something for everyone, and it is oozing with kindness and zero drama. I shared just yesterday, I believe, about this new book, and it arrived. Now, it must have been 2 days ago because it arrived yesterday. I didn't open it until this morning. Brand new book by Frank Hyman, who has written other books, one on mushroom foraging and one on, I think he's big on like chickens and hens and stuff. It's called Ripe Tomato Revolution. I have obviously have not read it yet, but I wanted to give you my initial thoughts. First of all, the book is bigger than I thought. It's got beautiful pictures in it, nice glossy, like it's really good quality. I wasn't sure if it was like a self-published thing or not. Um, my initial thoughts. It's really good for people who are looking for different ways to grow tomatoes. It has like detailed instructions on growing garden beds and trellises, things like that. He does a great job with that. It's not epic tomatoes, but I don't know that he wasn't trying to make it epic tomatoes. And what I mean with that is if you're looking for information on actual tomatoes, this is not the book. In fact, there's only a few names of tomatoes listed in here. He does get briefly into starting seeds, the difference between determinate and indeterminate, um, whether to direct sow or transplant, a little bit of fertilization. But to be honest, I was a little bit, yeah, here's more beds to do. I was a little bit disappointed. I really wanted more on actual tomatoes, but I mean, how can you epic tomatoes and 100 heirloom tomatoes by Carolyn Mail. Both of them are so detailed and they're great. So this does scratch an itch if you're looking for different ways to grow tomatoes. Gets a tiny bit into history in the beginning. Um, really a pretty book. Um, he admits that he used to start from seed, but now he gets transplants. Um, but yeah, that's my initial thoughts. So he gets into fencing, how to prevent deer from coming into your garden. Um, yeah, so it's a nice book. Not what I was expecting, but I was picturing it like that big. It's really big, and the publisher did wonderful job with the art. I'm a published author myself, so I can appreciate these things. Nice and heavy book. So it's definitely worth your while if you're looking for ideas on trellising and things like that. But if you're looking for information on specific tomatoes, there isn't anything in there about that. He does talk a bit about like there's a section like how to know if growing micro dwarfs works for you, or who are dwarfs good for. So that was interesting, but doesn't get into specifics. Um, all right. What else? Super chats, the trucker hat, Sherman stuff. April 3rd, shirt changed to Wednesdays. Yeah, so I think I kind of said this, but this, this show is staying on Thursdays. It will always be on Thursdays, but my extra day will now be Wednesdays. So it's same time, but different day. And I encourage you to watch Ken. Who else do we have? Christy, Quinn, hi there. Thanks for tuning in. Tara Dove and Eric. Just found out Eric's coming to Carlisle. Super excited about that. And I've promised him a Prince Charming's bastard. He's coming from far. And so I said, you're getting a Prince Charming's bastard. I'm going to have to start more seeds. Hey, Jamie. We've missed you too. How's school going? Nice to see you. Hey, Linda. I'm super behind. Hi, Heidi and Greg. And who else do we have? Wildman2894. Hello. Pretty. Ready for some tomato therapy. That's exactly what I feel these Thursdays are. Oh gosh, it looks like people are donating. Thank you. Oh gosh. Thank you. It's hard for me to say. I'm on my phone. I don't know how to do this. Blah blah. Thank you. Natalia, thank you. My humble garden, thank you very much. Lisa Lloyd, thank you. I'll read your messages. Wow. Chantel, thank you very much. I promise you these donations will go to good use. Thank you. It felt strange doing it, but people kept nagging me. I'm like, I don't even know what super chats are. I think Heidi, you were one of the people to say you need to do that. So thank you guys. Very, very appreciated. Who else do we have? Jen. Hey, Jen's here, my buddy. I'm so happy you get to be here live today too. Exciting. Um, can't wait for Carlisle. Can't come soon enough. Again, Friday, May 8th. Make it an intention. This thing is going to start turning into like a big tomato festival. I mean, between that and our tomato tasting, while it's been a TLC thing, you know, I mean, most of the no, I shouldn't say most. A lot of the people in the tomato world are in our group already, but it's open to everybody. It's not just TLC. And we may need to look for a new pavilion. We'll have to see how this time goes. Oh, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that very, very much. Who else do we have? Francis. Hey there. 2 days in a row. Is it annoying that it's 2 days in a row? I hope not. I think it's a good compromise, though. Ken really needs to, he's been wanting to do this pepper show for a while. We did discuss it, and I'm like, take it. We need it. The pepper world needs it. Hey, Malachi Jen. Happy Thursday to you, my friend. Hello, tomato brethren. Lisa here from Washington State. Congratulations. Nice to see. Why do I did this the other day too, or Friday with my show with Kina and Jen. I'm like congratulating people for making donations instead of thanking them. Thanks for being here, Lisa. Erin's here and Elizabeth Bang. Oh, I love you too. And look who's right after you. Our Kina's right after you. Oh, what I wouldn't give for Kina to be able to come to Carlisle. What I wouldn't give. Let's all donate so we can fly Kina here for Carlisle. Let's do that. Who wouldn't want? I mean, she can't bring plants from Norway, but who wouldn't want extra plants from Kina, right? And I mean, obviously, Jen, I'm growing some great stuff. A lot, the three of us are growing some similar things that we've traded with each other. That is super rare, can't find anywhere else as far as I know. So it's nice to be able to share that with them. That's what we did last year with the Angwe ES seeds that we were given. Um, the three of us were growing it and we couldn't like really say anything for a while. So it's nice to be able to do that. Amy Tran, it's been so long since I've been to a tomato awesome sauce. So glad I could make it today. Me too. Me too. Nice to see you. And Amy D, nice to see you. 605 Living, hello. Thanks for being here. Nancy McCormick, I haven't seen you in a while, Nancy. Nice to see you. Also, want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Jennifer Barnes is here. Make sure if you are just joining in, you type in hashtag tomato. We've got some great seed prizes to give away thanks to some very generous donors. We also have a trucker hat to give away. And again, if you are looking for some gardening stuff, you can private message Sherman and he can tell you what he has and you guys can work it out. I know he's got a raspberry green stock. I think he said it's barely used. Not sure if he still has that or not. Who else do we have? Franconia calling. Hi there. Nice to see you. Love that profile picture. The VW van with tomatoes on top. That's sweet. Hey, Deborah. 2 days in a row, tomatoes. Yes. I'm glad you think of it that way. Hey, Nicole. Thanks for being here. And Jerry's here. Rebecca Wood is here. Who else do we have? Francis, I'm with you. Peppers are missing that gel and goo. Totally on board. You and I know. But I've realized I used to think peppers all tasted the same, which I'm sure is blasphemy to you pepper heads. I no longer think that because I've had a chance to grow some extraordinary peppers. And I'm sure people think that earth people think that about tomatoes too. And I'm like, oh my God, are you crazy? But I'm growing an appreciation, but they're still not my precious tomatoes. Hey, Leslie, thanks for being here. Yvette, hello from France. Thanks for being here. Oh, Jen got her load of mushroom compost today. It's getting closer and closer to seed starting time. Garden prep is well underway. Exciting. Jamie, Lauren, that Florida tan looks great on you. You're glowing. Thank you. When I first get there, I shared this, I think, on Friday. When I first get there, it's mid February and the weather's a bit bipolar. Destin is on the panhandle of Florida. Not easy to get to at all. There's really one airline that does a direct flight to the Destin Fort Walton Beach. It's heaven on earth there. It just is. Um, but by the end of my visit, which is the first week of March, the weather's glorious. So I'm a beach bum. I love to get sun. My dad does also. So thank you. I feel glowing. Paper and pencil in hand, says Denise. That's good. Who else are we missing? Dewana, we've missed you. I've missed you guys too. I really have. Kim, I know we've thought about that. I don't think it will be easier at all. I think it will be more difficult. It's really not difficult to, for me anyway, and I, you know, start the post to have one variety up there. And if sometimes you no longer want that as your most one, you can take that down and put a new one up. I don't think it's more difficult. I mean, it's been an ongoing post for 3 years now since we've had the group, almost 3 years. I think a new one every week would be. We did do a special one for the 2026 garden season, but no, I appreciate the idea, but I think we'll keep it as is. It's not that many people, and I do know for the most part that is just people forgetting. But if I can go and see duplicates of somebody, then you should be able, not you specifically, Kim, but you guys should be able to go through and see if you have something else. Um, Jen, I'm sitting here finalizing the last of the Shamrock seed swap packages. They'll all be sent out tomorrow. Phew, I can't wait for everyone to get them. Jen, for those of you that don't know, each year Jen hosts something we call the Shamrock seed swap. It's right around St. Patrick's Day. It comes like right after we put out our grow out seeds. Jen, Keena, and I each do 3 teams each. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work. And then Jen starts signups. Is it like the end of January you start them, Jen? And it kind of goes through. Yeah, I was telling somebody February today. It's not, is it? You need to sign up by February 1st. Anyway, I believe signups are open for 1 month. And some people said they missed it, and which is unfortunate, but you need to look out for it. There were reminders. So Jen takes everybody's seed packages and she gets a lot and she puts them all together and sends them out. And she includes some really cute little tchotchke things having to do like gold coins and things like that. I've seen a couple of you post in the group. You've gotten yours already. So let's all thank Jen because it's tremendous amount of work. I wish I lived closer so I can help her out because, of course, it gets bigger and bigger every year. But thank you, Jen, for doing that each year. It makes everybody so, so happy. And you get them out in a very timely manner. Imagine that. So thank you for doing that. I know just from grow outs, like it takes up a couple weekends for me to get those out. So thank you for doing that for us. Tiffany, hey friends, pulling more seeds to start, realizing I need a special place for everything Lauren sends because I want to grow it all. That's nice. That's very nice. Thank you. All right. Lauren, you definitely earned that shirt. I think so. I think so. And I'm going to skip ahead if I can. Oh, Bernadette, hello from France. Thanks for being here, Bernadette. I'm going to try to skip ahead because I'm way far behind. I'm like 25 minutes behind. Samantha Brisbois, looking forward to the show. I watched on Friday for the first time. That's right, you did. I recognize the name. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. Okay. Alex from Lucky Gardens here. Hey, Alex. Tiffany, I made it. Hope I didn't miss a lot. You know you didn't miss a lot. We haven't started. Florida agrees with you, Lauren. You look refreshed. Thank you. I am. Totally am. Lisa, that's a good question. I'm going to have to put a post in the group It's not like a city, Carlisle or anything, but it's a charming town, and there's quite a few hotels. And we have a chat for the people who attended the plant swap last year, and I think Aquilia was recommending a hotel, and somebody else was too. But I was actually thinking, I wonder if I can like set do a block of tomatoes, a block of rooms. I don't know how many people will be staying over, but I thought maybe I could check into it at one of the hotels. I'm not sure if they would take it if it's not that many rooms, but I don't know. But it would be nice to get a deal. And the rooms, from what I understand in Carlisle, unless you go to like some high end hotel, they're not super expensive. Um, we're going to try to come this year. My husband feels like he knows you all too from overhearing your shows. That would be great. That would be great. Okay, skipping ahead here. Yes, lots of condolences. Oh, the super chat thing does show up on here. Thank you, Melly Mango. Appreciate that. Or said Lisa, my humble garden. Natalia, thank you very much. Um, yeah, Melly, the author, was doing a signing here last week in my city, and I completely missed it. I hadn't heard of the book until just the other day, and of course, I ordered it right away. But yeah, he's got a pretty successful book on raising chickens and one on mushroom foraging, which I would really love to get into. Hey, Val Smith is here. Hey, Val. Nice to see you. Hi from Metro Detroit. Thanks for being here. Can I put these on the screen? I can. That's so nice. Thank you, guys. Tiffany says, I went through the Ongway ES resource sheet and noticed I have a few more varieties than I thought. I was all set on my grow list or getting there. And what do I get in the mail from Ongway yesterday? I won't do close ups because he sends me more good stuff. He's going to help me go through it all. I need to scale back. And then Ongway sends me this stuff, and I'm like, how can I not grow these? Melly wants to know if anybody from North Carolina is going to the plant swap. Thank you, Mayor from afar. And I think I already said Melly. This is cool. Thank you guys very, very much. Hi, Samantha. Howdy to you. Bless you all, my tomato family. Happy to be here. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping around here. What are the donations for? Nothing specific. It's just a new thing, super chats that I was able to enable. I guess I've been able to do it for a long time and just didn't, but it'll help. Like I pay for this platform $50 a month, and I send out a lot of seeds. Canva account, like there's a lot of money that goes into this, and it's it can help out with a lot of things. So it's just something I've been told by people I should put it up, so I put it up, but nothing specific. Please don't ever, none of you ever feel obligated to give me anything. It's a pleasure to do this. I would do it for free, and I have done it for free. What city's the plant swap in? It's called Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Raspberry Crunch. Tomatoes are a natural source of umami, a flavor that doesn't occur naturally in many other places. Good trivia, and yes, I'm a big umami fan. Big umami fan. That's one of the best things I love about tomatoes. There's sweet is good, and the refractometer that tells sweet is great, but you can't really measure umami. Umami is like an earthiness. You get it from mushrooms. Yeah, it's like an earthy flavor. I love it. Truffles, ugh, love it. Shellfish. Garden Girl, hola, awesome sauce, tomato garden angel. I wish I could come to the meetup. Me too. Me too. River Rock Farm, I'm excited you are back, but glad you had a wonderful time. I sure did. All right, Jen, with the Shamrock Seed Swap, it starts for the first weekend of January, runs for at least 4 weeks. I thought so. I was wrong when I posted in the group earlier. So it's a whole month for people to be able to sign up. So if you missed it, sorry about that, but be on the lookout for next year. Jen is amazing. I agree. I agree. All right. Who else we have? Maritime Tropical. Great show yesterday. More added to the list. Good. Maybe I'll add more to this list today. All right. I think I'm caught up. Shocker. Let's talk about some tomatoes, shall we? And we're going to have a trivia question. If you remember my last show, we had a trivia question. I'll wait. We'll do a couple tomatoes and then I'll do it. I've got a good tomato trivia question for you all. You don't win anything, but it's just for bragging rights if you get it right. If you're just joining us, I see we have 105 live viewers. Oh, if you're watching on YouTube, EVMux doesn't pick up your comments, and you can't be entered into a prize with my giveaway tool. It's not me that's doing it. It's this EVMux platform. This platform I use because it enables me to stream at the same time to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you could also do oh, what's that other one? LinkedIn, some other things that I don't. I have a LinkedIn, but I never use it. But for whatever reason, they don't have a deal with Instagram, so you can see me, but I can't see your comments. So if you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. You can fix that by either watching me on my YouTube channel, which is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head, or my Facebook page, not in the group. They don't allow you to stream into groups anymore, but Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head Facebook group. And I know I've had a couple of people say that their comments can't show up on YouTube, and they should show up as long as you have a YouTube account. But if you're still having issues, you can watch on my Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head Facebook page. I know Kim Wallace has to do that. And you can be entered into prizes there, but for whatever reason, Instagram, not so much. Okay, first tomato. We ready? Okay, that's not it. First tomato, ready? Here we go. So yesterday on my 2026 reveal video, part 1, I talked about a Russian female breeder named Valentina Chulyukina. Gotta love Kina at the end of that. And I'm growing a few of hers this year. I don't think I'm growing this one, but I thought it was worth sharing about because it's gorgeous, as are all of her tomatoes. Powdered Heart Terracotta. You can find these at tomatoeden.net right now. I think that's where I got my seeds from. These photos are from Valentina's shop. She's got her own shop. Do I have the link to that shop? Let me see. I mean, you can, if you're, unless you're in Russia, you can't order from it. But let me see what the. I'm going to put in the comments how to reach her site. It's Samina. There's a couple sites in Russia that sound so familiar, or so similar, rather. All right, I just put in the comments just so you can take a look. She has a section there of all of her selections, all of her varieties. This one says developed by her, so I don't know if she bred it or she doesn't get into any more than it was developed, and it could be lost in translation too. But isn't this gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Mid early variety, and if you've grown it or are going to grow it, please let us know. Average fruit weight is 200 to 500 grams. Good for greenhouse and open air formation into 1 to 3 stems. It's very productive. The fruits are round, heart-shaped with plump shoulders and anthocyanin coating at the shoulders. The more sun, the more antho expression. If you're not familiar with what anthocyanin is, you can actually see it in this picture. But if she showed a photo of it flipped over where you see the top, it's black. Basically, anthocyanin is a gene that can come out in certain tomatoes. It's it's a very sexy looking tomato. A lot of people are breeding to have that anthocyanin in it. Now it makes for a good Instagram post. I have to say I'm not normally a fan, but there are some where I hardly taste it. Here it doesn't look like there's a lot of anthocyanin, but it's good for what's the word I'm looking for? Not anti-inflammatory. anti-cancer. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but it's basically black. Special gene that she says is at the top of it. Um, the more sun, the more antho, and that is true. If you ever grow, like I grew one of Ongway's last year called Fred Martinez. Kina and Jen both grew it also. It's a fuzzy plant, fuzzy fruit. It was really cute. They were about this big. And I had two plants that I was growing. The one that got more sun definitely had more antho expression on it. Um, Black Beauty is an example of a tomato that's virtually all black with a little bit of red in it too, and it's properly ripe. She says the flavor is balanced with this distinct sweetness and a pleasant tartness. Thank you. Yes, antioxidants. That is exactly the word I was looking for. Free radicals works too. Yes, thank you. Thank you. This is why I don't understand about the GMO purple tomato. Like, you can get these benefits from, first of all, eating blueberries, but also anthocyanin in tomatoes, same benefits. Um, 6 to 5 Living says, I ordered powdered heart terracotta. I hope it makes it before I start my seeds. It does look beautiful, doesn't it? I tend to talk myself into adding to my grow list when I'm doing this. When I ordered it, I didn't realize it was a Valentina variety. She's kind of my it girl of the moment. I'm really getting into stuff that she's putting out. Last year was my Sophia year. This year, Natalie, and I also did some Natalie Casanelli last year. This year, I'm growing at least two of Valentina Chiliukina varieties. All right, next one. Demidovsky Lapti, which translates loosely to Demidov's best shoes. I've also seen it translate to Demidov's best legs. It is from Russia. Isn't it a beauty? This information came from Tomato Galaxy. They're in Latvia. They said it's a medium or medium early variety. Ripe fruits are pink. I'm also really into pinks right now. Kina and I are both into pink. Pink potato leaf. Um, have a rounded flat shape, really resembling. Now this is Bast shoes. I assumed it was best shoes, but maybe Bast shoes is a thing. If I'm incorrect, I know there's some of you out there that speak Russian, Ukrainian. You can correct me. It does say Bast shoes. I translated it to best shoes, which may be incorrect. What else? Have a fleshy pulp and excellent taste. Excellent taste. The mass of fruits is 200 to 500 grams, so hovering right around 1 pound. From tomatoes of this variety, a surprisingly tender lecho is obtained. Lecho. Anybody know what that is? And then Mere Tomato, World of Tomatoes, says they call it Demidov's legs. Indeterminate, medium early, pink crimson, fleshy, juicy, sweet, an excellent, unpretentious, high yielding variety. Has anybody grown this before? It's not best shoes. All right, Natalia, I was hoping you would correct me. What's a bast shoe then? And why it's also translating to legs. Thank you. Oh, never mind. You're correcting me here. It's their traditional weaved shoes from tree bark. Oh, very cool. Well, please forgive me for the incorrect information in the parentheses there. It's Demidov's best shoes. Thank you, Natalia. I appreciate that. You come in handy. Um, what else? Even though it's a bast shoe, it's still good in every way. This is from a site called automate.ru. Despite its name, and this says, and many people know that bast shoe refers to someone who has been unlucky in some way. Not legs, I'm dying here. Who translated it to eggs? Legs, rather. I mean, nobody did. It was Google, I'm sure. Mere Tomato did. It came across as Demidov's legs. So apparently, it's also somebody who's unlucky. This tomato, and correct me if that's wrong too. This came from autotomate.ru. It's easy to grow, produces well in Siberia and other challenging regions, boasts a high yield, medium height, reaching approximately 130 to 180 centimeters. I'm laughing at the legs now too. Mid-season, grown in greenhouses. What else? Anything new? Resembling fruits are round and flat, resembling a bast shoe or a boat, and a rich dark pink color. Had I taken the time to really read through all of this, I would have realized it wasn't best shoes. Um, but alas, I did not. I think, well, this was the second one on my list for today, which I put up here probably 5 weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to go through it today. I should be more prepared. And I'd spend all day on Thursdays getting ready, but there's always more work to be done. When ripe, they turn orange red, distinguished by their very meaty and juicy flesh and an excellent sweet flavor. Ugh, I may need to grow this. I may need to add this to my list. I don't think it's on my list, but I think I may need to. Look at that interior. Poor people wear these shoes. Okay. It's like shoes for peasants. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Hey, Heidi. You must be a little bit behind. Yes, antioxidant was the word I'm looking for. Glad to see you, my friend, in Gay Paris. Like for very poor people, thus unlucky. Yes. Gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. This is a good question from Francis. Is there something about the climate that makes all these Russian and Ukrainian varieties look so gorgeous? I know somebody from Russia, and when I told him that some of the best tomatoes come from Russia, he was kind of shocked. He's like, I never see anybody growing tomatoes. So I'm guessing they're mostly grown in greenhouses, but somebody can correct me on that as well. I mean, some of the best tomatoes do come from Russia, Ukraine, Poland, that area. Um, so I think I may need to add this to my grow list. How on earth am I going to do this? It sounds so good. Okay, I guess nobody's grown it, huh? All right, add it to your list. And don't put best shoes, put bast shoes. This next one is I got seeds from Old South Seeds and Kolasar. They say it was the name of an elderly Ukrainian lady who grew this tomato for years. She said it had Italian origins. Huge, indeterminate, regular leaf, delicious red slicers. Look how big they are. My word. Many fruits get quite huge, several over a pound and a half. No problems with heat and drought. It's a keeper. And then a different site, Revival Seeds, had it listed, and they said they were passed along to them from our Aunt Julia of Glencairn, MB. What's MB? I'm not positive. Is that someplace in Canada, MB? She obtained them from Ann Kolasar, an elderly Ukrainian lady who would come to the farm to purchase eggs. She said this was the best tomato she ever grew and that it had Italian origins. We were quite excited to line out 40 plants for the first time in 2021. This is a solid 4 to 5 inch slicer with heirloom shoulder ribbing. Plants are indeterminate and mature around 80 days. No cracking or cat-faced issues that were notable. Good blight resistant tolerance. We are pleased to offer this exclusive heirloom for the first time in 2022. It's an indeterminate. That is Revival Seeds. Let's see if we get some answers here. There's a lot of greenhouses in Russia. Ukraine has a black gold soil and amazing climate. Okay. Very rich soil in Ukraine, does not need fertilizer. That's nice. June, you're a bad influence, grow it. I think I may have to. Looks and sounds great. And it's pink. Manitoba, thank you. I knew it was someplace in Canada, but I couldn't think of it. Thank you, Samantha. It is dang nice pumpkin. It is a nice pumpkin, isn't it? Look at the size of that thing. I know. And Kolasar. So you can get these. I believe that Old South Seeds on Etsy is on a break at the moment. I didn't look today, so maybe they're off the break, and I haven't talked to Carol or Mark in a bit, so I'm not sure when they're coming back, but that is where I got my seeds from. Certainly, you can write it down on your notepad and put it in Seed Seeking Saturday. All right, next one. I was talking with another tomato head about this one very recently. So there's a Japanese variety that Baker Creek and Tomato Revolution just started carrying called Aichi First. It's a Japanese variety. A lot of people are growing it this year and excited about it. I know Japanese varieties are kind of the talk of the town right now. Um, this is another one, not related at all to Aichi first. This is called Sakai Ichi, translates in English to world's best. They have seeds in Jardins des Tomates, which I talked about yesterday from France. Um, it's an old heirloom variety from Japan. It was vended by Fujita Seed Company in Osaka, Japan, and they used the world's best to market it back in the day. They wanted everybody to buy it, so say world's best. Um, and People are like, hey, it's the world's best. Indeterminate, very vigorous plants, regular leaf foliage, 2 to 7 ounce, pink, round oblate fruits with smooth shoulders, very good flavor, more acidic than sweet. And seeds were given to Tatiana's tomato base. Um, no, scratch that. They were donated to the USDA National Grin by Fujita Seed Company, who vends, they sell this variety in Japan. So if you log into the National Grin and USDA, you will see that there. Um, and Tatiana's tomato base talks about it being from Fujita Seed Company in Japan also. I don't think it's that hard to find, but I could be wrong about that. Um, I'm not growing this one. I don't know if any of you are growing world's best. They're not. I talked about this yesterday. I don't know if you heard on the show. They will ship. They're not shipping to the United States. You can still get the membership, and as long as you have it shipped to somebody overseas in Europe that can send it to you, that's willing to send it to you, you can still order from them. But no, they took my order like the day they started offering for this year. They took my order, took my money, and then a couple days later, they're like, not shipping to the United States. But find a good friend in Europe and speak. You need to contact Jardins des Tomates, work it out with them, and you should be able to order. Pretty told me that, as a matter of fact. When working at an AG dealership, people exported machines to Ukraine. They said it was the equivalent to growing in Iowa. Interesting. June, yes, another Japanese one. I think I have another Japanese one I'm talking about today, too. Lisa just received seeds for Ankylosaur. Nice. Ankylosaur was beautiful, is beautiful, I agree. This is a good point, Neil. The further north you are, longer daylight in summer, longer growing daylight. Yep. Good point. No, very little Japanese, but Ichi is number one. Yes, I've seen that listed too. World's best or world's number one. All right, next one. This one's called Casino. I've mentioned casino chips on my show. I'm actually going to talk about it again after this. This one's not that easy to find, but you can find it. Joe Raris of Joe Matos, he was given seeds for casino and casino chips from his friend Pat Cici of Italy. He did not breed it, although if you look at our breeder resource sheet for Joe Raris, he has them on there on his resource sheet with an asterisk, and he explains he did not breed these, but he was given the seeds. And then distributed the seeds, and he considers it part of his Joe Raris breeding program. So this one's casino, which you don't see as much as casino chips. What do we know about it? Pat Cici of Michigan brought his family heirloom tomato seeds with him when he immigrated to the United States as a teenager. Pat's neighbor, Joe Raris, shared the seeds with Jeff Casey of Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes of Airdrie, which is where the middle photo is from. Joe said that he named this tomato after Pat's hometown of Cassino, Italy. Then Tatiana's tomato base did some research, and they found no evidence of a Cassino town in Italy, so they think it's actually Cassino with 2 S's instead of 1. Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes says that Cassino is a large red paste, produces 6 to 8 ounce fruit or 170 to 225 grams on trusses up to 6 fruit. While I classify Casino as a paste variety, it has the taste and juice to be eaten fresh, or my past season's favorite in a BLT. I'm growing this one this year and cannot wait. Also growing Casino chips. Aren't they pretty? This is a sport of Casino, which means like a genetic mutation happened from the original Casino and it produced these wonderful cherries. Um, Sandhill Preservation Center carries them indeterminate regular leaf, a very large red cherry with good flavor. Both of these photos make it look pink, but everything I read says they are red. Um, and then Joe, of course, said seeds were given to me by Pat CC. Plants can get quite large. Bill Minky says very good flavor. Sport of the paste tomato called Casino. Those sound good. All right, next one. Don't know much about this one. Iviuri. Um, they sell it on J&L Garden Seeds, which is where I came across it, Lee Goodwin's site. You can find some Joe Raris varieties there too. By the way, there's a separate tab that says Joe Raris varieties. They're friends, but he doesn't know. There's only like 3 varieties up there now, and there's one up there that Joe says is actually he can't take credit for. Forget which one it is. One of the cherries, a white cherry. But I digress. This one I found on there, but this photo comes from ecotomato.ru. Aviuri. There's controversy as to where this came from. JNL says they believe it originated in Central Asia, but he admits that other sites say it's a Russian commercial variety, originated about 25 years ago. It's a bright red tomato with vivid gold striping. I have found it to be much more vigorous than other tiger striped tomatoes I have grown. The 5-foot plants bear fairly early, about 70 days, and the fruit is dense with fine texture and lots of flavor. They look absolutely beautiful in a basket of mixed tomatoes, worth a try. Echo Tomato says it's a determinate, mid season, round and slightly flat tomatoes weighing up to 200 grams, uniform striped, bright yellow stripes on a raspberry background. I love the colors in this. The insides are crimson, juicy, and sweet, productive variety for low greenhouses. Um, where am I? Bush is robust. For a faster harvest, it's best to grow in 2 to 3 stems. Disease resistant, reliable variety for challenging climates. And then Echo Tomato says it traces its history back to the late 1980s and originates from Russia. So conflicting information there, which is why I didn't put an origin in there. Lee says it originated in Central Asia 25 years ago, and Echo Tomato says definitely Russian commercial. So we shall see. Yum, I agree. Totally agree. All right. Next one. Gogosha or Gogosha. This one's from Ukraine. In my quest to find all the pink tomatoes, I came across this one. It's a pink potato leaf, Kina. Tatiana says it's an indeterminate potato leaf, large pink beefsteaks, 9 to 16 ounces. Outstanding flavor, Kina. Meaty and juicy fruits with very few seeds. Then there's a site up in Canada called Heritage Harvest Seed. They seem to be carrying a lot of interesting things. They say this very rare heirloom tomato originally was given to Carolyn Mail by Tanya Gagosha, whose grandmother brought the seed from the Tarnopol region of Ukraine to America in the late 1800s. This exciting heirloom has large pink, beautiful blemish-free tomatoes ranging 1 pound up with potato leaf foliage. The fruits are very dense and meaty with a wonderful, sweet, rich flavor. Highly recommend! Exclamation point. Do I need to add this one too? I know, Kina. My language, pink potato leaf. Oh, I guess you're right, Natalia. Thank you. Most of Russia is Central Asia, by the way. No conflict. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Pine pollen season got me out of my garden today and finally made a show. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Becca. Nice to see you. Anybody grown Gogosha? This one's been around for a while. I think Tomato Fest carries it. Not positive. I got mine from Seed Savers Exchange from a vendor there. Where'd my link come from? Tatiana's tomato base. Yeah, I don't think it's super hard to find this. Um, Gosh, I'm batting 1,000 with people who are growing things. The photos from Tatiana's tomato base make it look smaller than what they say it is. Um, Gosh, I may need to add this one too. Oy, bunga. Okay, next one. How are we doing on time? We're only after. Gosh, I'm like, I think rebooting after vacation is making me go faster because yesterday I talked about, I think, 31 or 32 varieties in 2 hours. It's only a little after an hour and I'm halfway done. Should I get more chatty? Actually, after this one, I'll do the trivia question. Nahul Buta Pink. So I had ordered this from Tomato Fest, and there's a reason. There's a Tomato Fest link with this variety. It's actually from Chile. Um, Let me read it to you, and you'll see why. Seeds were sent to the late Gary Ibsen, from Alejandro Bustamante from Chile. He said the seeds have been in the family for more than 50 years and haven't been exposed to other tomato breeds. The seeds were taken from a tomato produced in the Nahuel Buta Mountains in Chile. Indeterminate regular leaf plant produces 12 to 16 ounce, 3 to 5 inch pink oblate tomatoes with intense tomatoey flavors, well balanced between sweet and acid. A wonderful tomato for slicing into a sandwich or salad, does well in high altitude and cooler climates. Tomatenflüsterer, otherwise known as the tomato whisperer, Tom Seidel, who's in our group, he is in Austria, I believe. No, he carries it, and he says Nahuelbelta Pink is a variety from the mountains. I already said. Anything new there? Nahuelbelta means great tiger. The Nahuelbelta Mountains are an exceptional ecosystem with diverse flora and fauna, supporting carnivorous plants and endangered animals. Fruits are 300 to 450 grams, sometimes more. Flesh is very firm and juicy. Tom says, for me, the flavor is perfectly balanced with sweetness and acidity, well adapted to cooler climates and higher altitudes, making it suitable for outdoor cultivation in many regions. I'm often asked about my favorite tomato, and now it's Nahuelbuta Pink. Everything about it is just right. So that's from Tom Seidel of Tomatenflüsterer, or the Tomato Whisperer. So that's high praise, really, really high praise. So I placed an order with Tomato Fest a couple weeks ago. Well, it was before I left for. No, it was while I was on vacation. I did a lot of ordering while I was on vacation. Oops. Um, and so with the link to Gary Ibsen, great place to order it from, right? And it shows, at least as of a couple days ago, it still showed it in stock. But when I got my order, I got a note. She replaced it. His widow Dagma substituted a different variety. I'd actually ordered 2 packs. She substituted Greek something. She said it's similar and said they're out of stock on Nahuelbuta Pink. So if you're going to order this from Tomato Fest, you may want to email her and check first, because while it shows in stock, it was not, as of a week ago. So check on that. But it looks like Cultiv Taru carries it. That's where the photo on the bottom right came from. I forget where the photo on the left came from. Anybody grown this one? Heidi says grew it twice and it did well for both seasons. That's good to hear. Heidi says she photographs well. Oh, you must be behind on Manitoba. Yeah, you must have hit pause. We're beyond Manitoba, but thank you. I appreciate you guys correcting me. Yvette's growing this one. Nice. I'm not growing it. But now, after reading what Thomas said, how can I do this? I can't. I've got to slash things. Slash, slash, slash. But then I do my shows and I keep adding, add. Okay. This is Sarah Black. Comes from Germany. It's also the same exact variety as Schwarze Sarah. So I didn't realize this until I did my research on it. Didn't realize they were two different things. So Sarah Black is the same as Schwarze Sarah. The Schwarze Sarah is the German name for it. Um, there's a controversy about this one too. So Tatiana's Tomato Base says, according to Joe Bratka of New Jersey, who's a famous tomato breeder, who was the originator of this variety, he said he obtained the seed from his grandmother's sister in Germany. There's a controversy around whether this tomato is a true heirloom or it was bred by Joe Braca and misrepresented as an heirloom, perhaps to meet the consumer demand for heirloom tomato varieties at that time. Heirloom is one of those terms that's thrown around. Luke from MI Gardner uses it all the time. New varieties cannot be heirloom. Um, According to Craig LaHoulier, author of Epic Tomatoes and just general all around tomato wizard, says usually it's varieties that are 50 years old. So, really, what they mean is open pollinated and not heirloom. Heirloom should be 50 years old. So, there's the controversy whether or not it was a true heirloom or if Joe bred it. That's not, didn't come from me, that came from Tatiana's Tomato Base, which, by the way, has been taken over and will be coming back. I don't know when, but soon. Exciting. First offered in the Seed Savers 2000 yearbook by Bill Minke, who got the seed from Joe Braca in 1999, along with the heirloom story. 70 to 80 days, sturdy 6-foot vines, good yield of 3 to 4 inch flattened globes. Excellent flavor, being possibly the best black, purple, maroon tomato. Rich, deep flavor, some sweetness and smokiness, and extra complex flavors. What else? Heritage Harvest Seed says they have the story of Joe Braca's grandmother's sister for many years. They say it's also one of the best black tomatoes they've ever grown. And that it's a new favorite, has regular leaf. Anybody grown this one? Heidi says Sarah Black was awesome. Good to know. That's good to know. I know. I talked about this yesterday, Natalia. I need time for it. I've got so many screenshots and I want to do it right. And I didn't touch it over vacation. I will. I will. For now, if you can all just trust me, he is not the guy you want to order from, and he's not the guy you think he is. That we're talking about Luke from MI Gardner. Sad to say, I used to love him. I have no reason to trash him other than he's a grifter. It's coming, I promise you. This black tomato looks so good. I agree. Tomato porn, yep. Leslie, I've Sarah Black seeds, but I have not grown it yet. And Samantha said that I may have to add Sarah Black to my list. It's a beauty, isn't it? For sure. Okay, next one. Oh no, I was going to do, well, you already got a sneak peek. Let's do the trivia question. If you weren't here the last time, I think it was 5 weeks ago, I did a trivia question. You're going to get a multiple choice question. You can put in the comments your answer. You don't win anything. We're giving away a lot of prizes already, and it would be hard to pick a winner. But what you have to do is just put in the answer. You can put in the letter, which is probably the easier, the letter of the answer you think it is. Here's the trivia question. Which country eats the most tomatoes per person each year? A, the United States, B, Italy, C, Turkey, or D, Spain? I think there's like 45 seconds. We have 125 live viewers. Hey, everybody. If you're just tuning in, make sure you type in hashtag tomato. You only need to do it once. Looks like maybe 15 more seconds. Which country eats the most tomatoes per person per year? Seeing a lot of B's and D's. You're going to be surprised, I think. I was. Did they already show it? They did. They showed it. You have to be quick. Samantha Brisbaugh, you're the only one I see who got it right. It's turkey. Number C, believe it or not, it is turkey. Anybody else write C? Up. Lisa did. You got it right. Let me tell you why. I was surprised too. Um, People in Turkey consume more tomatoes per capita than any other country, averaging over 110 to 120 pounds per person per year. Tomatoes are a staple ingredient in Turkish cuisine, appearing in salads, stews, sauces, and breakfast dishes. Who knew? Learn something new every day, right? All right. What do you guys think of that? Amanda says, I wondered about turkey. It's eaten every meal, it seems. It's almost a trick question, right? Because turkey's kind of random in there. I I would have said I probably would have guessed the United States or Italy. I would have guessed probably the United States actually because of the stupid ketchup and all that stuff that we eat. Um, Nure says so many Turkish food requires tomato. I did not know that. Who knew? Next week I'm going to start. We talked yesterday about tomato breeding and genetics and stuff, and I think I'm going to start doing trivia questions that focus on easy genetics questions, so we can those of you that don't know anything about genetics, we can learn a little bit together in a fun way. I was going to do it today and then I didn't have time. All right. We do need some Turkish recipes. You're right, Tanya. All right. Congratulations to I only saw two of you that got it right, so congratulations. Melly Mango says, I eat that much in a few months. You and me both. Okay, next one. I already showed you a sneak peek. Barlow Jap, otherwise known as Barlow Japanese. This is the other one I'm talking about today from Japan. Where's the information? Tatiana's tomato base says it's a family heirloom of Britta Barlow, aka Too Many Tomatoes. I guess that is her business. Who received them from her grandfather, Roy Barlow of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Roy received the original seed from a friend who had supposedly smuggled them home from Japan at the end of World War II. The original plants were weak in growth habit, but after successive generations of saving seeds only from the healthiest and strongest plants with the best tomatoes, they now appear to be strong growers from germination. These tomatoes became the main crop for Mr. Barlow's produce business, and he called them his Jap tomatoes. In 2008, Britta realized the improved variety, passed down through her family, could be lost due to the limited number of seeds retained in her family. She began sharing the seed with other tomato growers to ensure its survival. Tomato Faifu says it's a dark pink fruit, 200 to 300 grams, round and slightly flattened, deep depression of the peduncular attachment, juicy, beefy flesh containing very few seeds. That sounds good. Anybody grown this? I've heard of it for years, but I've never grown it. I do have the seeds. No, I'm trying to cut down. Is this going to sneak back into the grow list? Was this on your grow list? I have seeds for dark skinned girl, wondering if it's related to Sarah Black. I do not think so. I think it's a different variety. I could be wrong, but I have seeds for that also. I don't believe it's the same. Oh, Barlow Jap grows fantastic. Taste is great. Oh, Kina agreed, not the same. June says, I have seeds for this one. I might need to grow it. I know. It's another one. Ugh. Ugh. What am I doing? This show's killing me. All right. Next one. Oh, Nancy Wu. I grew it last year and it was really good, but not highly productive. Okay, that's good to know. Tanaxa 5541. Dang. Okay, next one. Sunflowers. Photo on the left came from Tomato Awesome, which, as far as I can tell, they're the only vendor that carries it. Photo on the right came from our friend Jen Joy, who grew it, I think, last year. It's from Ukraine. I couldn't find it anywhere else. And I did some searching, Ukrainian name and all of that. Could only find it. I mean, I could have searched more. I can always search more, and I'm quite good at it. But just on first search, I couldn't find it anywhere else. But isn't it a beauty? Looks like Jen's might be. You can tell from the green on the shoulders, just a tad under ripe for these photos. But the ripe ones in the left, you can see they're kind of a beautiful striping on this. Um, Jen gave me seeds. Thank you, Jen. It's from the Ukraine Tomato Galaxy, says it's a medium early tomato variety. And Jen, if you're still here, let us know what you thought of it. Fruits are flat round, yellow with light stripes, average weight 150 to 250 grams. Flesh is sweet and juicy. Bush height is 1.7 to 1.8 meters. Grown with two tops. Excellent. Oh, Julia grew it last year. Good to know. I love me some yellow tomato. Is it? That's good to know. Natalie Casanelli variety. I couldn't find, usually Tomato Awesomesauce is really good about that, but he didn't say, just that it was from Ukraine. He doesn't say a lot in his stuff. It was sweet and buttery. Oh, I like the buttery. Sure do. English misspelled. Okay, I got that directly from Tomato Awesomesauce's site, so my apologies for the misspelling. Can't do more than that. I just copied and pasted right from their site. Sorry about that. If this one's wrong, the next one's probably going to be wrong also. It's one from Alexei Kulik. Well, actually, I took the actual Ukrainian alphabet. This is called Bakhmut Way, bred by Alexei Kulik, part of his My Ukraine series, I believe. Yes, it is. Aren't these beautiful? Let me enlarge. Pretty, right? Love the shape, love the colors. Alexi's really great with color. Bakhmut Way, Bakhmut Path, I've seen it listed as far as the English translation. Last year I grew his Milky Way, which translated to a bunch of things in English too. So it can be difficult with these lost in translation. What do we know about it? Let's see, mid-early, indeterminate, heart-shaped, multicolored, firm, juicy, good storage life. This information's from Tomaten Welt, our friend Julia from Tomaten Welt in Germany. Very aromatic, sweet with a slight acidity, well balanced, high yield, shatterproof, very durable, visually appealing, vigorous growth, robust plants. I guess shatterproof means doesn't crack. I'm guessing that's what that means, right? Would you guys say that, those of you who are... No. Oh, no inside picture of sunflowers, no. Wah, wah. Couldn't find one. Oh, snap, I need that to go in dirt this year. Ugh, Lauren, which one? This one or sunflowers? It has that shiny metallic color. Some tomatoes have shiny. Sure does. Alexi's really good with those shiny metallic colors. This my I showed it yesterday in my part one of my grow list. One of my crosses is called Smiley Riley, and that has that purple green metallic, which I'm super excited about. Bamut was one of the small towns destroyed and tortured by Russians in the very beginning of this war. You're a wealth of information. Yes, probably crack resistant. Helpful. What else do we know about it? Vigorous growth, robust plants. Then another site, Tomat NIY Pomodor, also in Russia. It says tall mid-season variety. I shouldn't say also in Russia. Tomat and Welt is in Germany, not Russia. But Tomat NIY Pomodor says tall mid-season variety, beautiful firm fruits with a vibrant appearance and a delightful rich flavor with a pleasant sweetness. They keep well, don't crack, have excellent marketability, high yielding. cultivar's creator is Alexei Kulik, and part of his My Ukraine series. Has anybody grown this one? Ongwei says shattering usually refers to falling off the vine, but I don't know if there was a language barrier there. Yeah, me neither. Not sure. Pam says, I love the metallic. So do I. So do I. Berkeley pink tie-dye may be a pretty like vanilla variety for some. That is an excellent tomato. You've got to give it to Brad Gates on that one. Excellent. Should I grow that again? It's been years since I've grown it. Oh, Lauren, no, you can't. You can't do it. No. Anybody growing any of Alexis this year? I think Akeelia and Heidi Coddington spent a lot of time putting together a resource sheet for his varieties, and also translated to English his catalog, which has been a sticking point for so many wanting to order. I can't thank you guys enough for doing that. You can find them in our group in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap in our group guides. But that's super, super helpful. Denise is growing several of his this year. Oh, Naray says, if you want to try one of the easiest and traditional Turkish food is a breakfast dish called menemen. All right, I'm writing this in my browser so I can research. Oh, it's got eggs in it. I don't eat eggs, but that sounds good. Menemen, Turkish style scrambled eggs with tomatoes. Yum. I can probably veganize that. Sounds good. Growing Galician this year, says my humble garden. Lisa B says, I hope to grow a few Kulik varieties this year. Nancy Wu says, growing several of his. And on the grow out team. Yes, we have a grow out team for Alexi. All right. Next one is his also. And I can't believe I haven't talked about it before. I feel like I see the name all the time. Carpathian Fire. And the other name I also copied and pasted right from this. That's the translation at Tomatenwelt, which is normally a German. So don't shoot me. I'm just copying and pasting. Carpathian Fire. Her photos are insane, are they not? Also from Alexei Kulik. I believe this is also part of his My Ukraine series. Is it? Nope, maybe not. I don't see it listed. Maybe one of you experts like Akeelia can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's part of that. I know some of you grew it last year. And there's Carpathian Fire and Carpathian Pearls. Round to slightly flattened round. Intense multicolored with striking contrast color. Juicy aromatic. Rich, balanced with a sweet and aromatic note. And then another site, dobrodar.ua, says fruits average weight of 120 to 170 grams. They have a golden color with red, pink. I mean, these colors are unreal. They're strong and juicy. Thick skin improves storage. Taste is sweet. Above 5 bricks, I assume, is what they need. They don't crack. They have an excellent yield. Used for fresh consumption. Tomato Eden does sell it. They don't offer any more information than these. Anybody grown this one? Linda. Hi, Linda. I was gifted 4 varieties Alexei Kulik tomatoes growing all 4. Nice. Very nice. If you're just joining, I said at the beginning of the episode, I've now added super chats to the live shows. So if you ever want to like put a little donation in to help offset the cost of the show or sending seeds or anything, it's certainly, optional, but I wanted to alert you it's there. That I think it's a tab that says thanks with like a $sign or something. Thank you to those of you who've donated. It feels weird asking for that. But again, I wouldn't have even known about super chats unless a couple of you were hounding me, and I finally got a chance to look at it over vacation. I'm like, and all I had to do was like hit a button that says enable. So, but thank you. And if anybody wants to, we can donate stuff for money goes to Carlisle. It will go to good use. It's not lining my pockets and making me rich. I mean, my wardrobe's basically tomato plants and, well, sweatpant jeans. But it will go to good use. I do appreciate all the donations. Um, oh, okay, Heidi, it is from his My Ukraine series. Okay, good to know. I'm surprised that Julia didn't have that in her site. She did for the other one, but that's really good to know. Thank you. I think you gave me the seeds for this one, if I'm not mistaken, along with some other goodies. And Akelia agrees this is in the My Ukraine series 2024 release. Great. All right. I mentioned earlier about Joe Raris of Joe Matos, who's now selling seeds. He shared about it in our group, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. You can private message him. He also has a Facebook page. Joe Matos is the Facebook page. You can follow him. He's only ever sold plants before. He's never done the seed thing. And when I approached him, because I was doing the breeder resource sheet for him, and he was like, he's so humble. He couldn't believe that people were like looking for his stuff. It came about from the St. Patrick's Day tomato that so many have been looking for. And I had seeds, but I wanted to see if I could find more for people. So anyway, you can follow his page. I bring him up now because the next tomato is his. And this one you can get from J&L Seeds. It is called Green Honey. And I thought I had talked about green honey already, but I had not. This I am growing this year for sure. Joe told me specifically that I can get excited all I want for St. Patrick's Day, but green honey is the one, that's the money shot. That's the one that he thinks the taste is just even more outstanding. So anybody order this or growing it along with me, where can I buy the Ukrainian tomatoes? You can get them. TomatoEden.net carries a whole bunch of them. Alexi himself, if you go into our group, go into his breeder resource sheet, and I'm almost 99% sure, and Akelia, you can say with me, well, his catalog is up there also. Hit on the link and you can purchase directly through him, which is probably your best bet. But a lot of people are carrying his things, including Tomato Eden. Drew ordered green honey from him. Nice. River Rock Farms growing it this year. Oh, Lisa, not comfortable shipping to Canada, unfortunately. That's too bad. That's too bad. Pretty's growing this one. Teresa's growing this one. I'm growing this one. Let's see what it says. Tomato Faifu says, round golf ball sized fruit, green with a golden blush when ripe, rich, sweet flavor, potato leaf, productive until frost. And then J&L Seeds. Oh, let's read what Joe has to say about it himself. He said, it's a green one, ripe salad tomato. Then he says, yes, it's green. And how to pick a green tomato is give it a gentle squeeze. If it's hard, it is not ripe, but the squeeze gives a little, it's ripe. It's fabulous. I'm so proud of this one, he says. He's so nice. He's so nice and so adorable. Unfortunately, his partner of 45 years passed away, I guess, last year. If you look on the breeder resource sheet, there's a great article published in, I guess, a local paper to him. In fact, if you just Google Joe Raris tomatoes, it should come up. And it's just a love story of he and his partner who've been doing the tomato thing for 45 years until his partner's death. It's very sad. He's a nice, nice guy. J&L says, green honey's potato leaf vines hold clusters of some of the sweetest green and gold tomatoes on earth. For 2 years now, this has been one of our favorite tomatoes for market. When people sample them, they are absolutely astonished by the rich flavor. Green honey is a little later at around 75 days, but well worth the wait, and the plant will continue to produce the golf ball-sized fruit until frost, and Joe Raris developed this variety. Nancy Wu's growing it. Gigi's growing it. Oh, Nancy, thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I talked about this one when I spoke about J&L, but I don't think I did a yeah, I spoke when I did like an unboxing, right? I did an unboxing. Yeah, but I haven't done like the Lauren in-depth thing into it. Um, but I thought I had talked about it before. Hey, Lunra. We're just about finishing up, but you can catch the replay. I've been talking about some great ones. I have green honey. We'll put this on my list for fall planting. How in the world am I going to choose which to put in Seed Seeking Saturday? I just want to check something. I always love to look at the list of how many tomatoes we've talked about since I started the show. Technically, I haven't even added today's. So 738, and some of them I've talked about more than once. So that's a lot of tomatoes. We'll have to do a special show when we reach 1,000 varieties. Yeah, I'm super. How many? Yeah, I'm talking about 16 today. Pretty says, I read that article. Such a cute story, isn't it? Isn't it? I love a good love story like that. And thank you if you can all hit the like button. It seems like it doesn't do anything, but it really does help. Is that list anywhere, Lauren? No, but I could offer it. I didn't think anybody would be interested, but I can offer it. Hang on. I've got it private. Let me see if I can. I've got a list along with the dates I've talked about it. All right. It's not private any longer. I'm going to put it in the comments. Maybe I'll post in the group. I didn't think anybody would really care. All right. That should, and let me know if you have trouble opening it. That link should take you to my document. Yes, we are super interested. Okay. Great. Mandy says that would be great, Lauren. Good. Oh, you're welcome. I don't know why I didn't think you guys would care, but if it were me, I would care too. Green honey looks lush. I know. Doesn't it look great? There's this site, the photo on the right is from Heirloom Tomato Farm. I think they're in Japan. I don't think they've been open for selling seeds for quite some time now, but they do have some great information out there of varieties that's really hard to find information about. I want to say they may have information on Prince Charming's Bastard. I think they had B times Macbeth when I brought B times Macbeth back into circulation, thanks to one lone seed that a 10-year-old seed that I was able to get to germinate. That was listed on there. Like they've got some. Oh, another one I'm growing this year from J&L called Silvery. That's listed on there. Like they've got a wide variety of things that often hard to find information. They have pretty good pictures too. I was looking for an interior shot of this green honey. No way. Oh, I thought you were saying I was misreading this. Now you have 19,999 more to go over. I think it's way more than that. Based on my personal collection, I'm embarrassed with how many tomatoes I have, but just based on my collection, I think it's way more than 20,000. I thought you were saying, because I think I'm at like 1.99 thousand subscribers. So I thought I was like 1,999 subscribers. Oh, Tiffany grew green honey last year and it was amazing. So prolific. Nice. Nice. You're welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like the list. I mean, it's not much. It's just, but I'm on there now. I can see little icons of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people on here. I guess I never thought about this, but I guess it'll help if you want to see a variety that I've talked about in the past. You can go back to that date. Silly me for keeping it to myself, I guess. All right, you ready for the last one? Pink Floyd. And no, it's not a Bill Yoder variety. This one is bred by Alan Bishop of the United States. He's responsible for several tomatoes, including Jack White. Pink Floyd's a pink. I know Deb, I don't know if Deb, you're still here. Deb Toothaker grew it a couple years ago. And Joe Matos sells it also. It's a cross of Big Boy and Brandywine. He says it's, for a tomato, it's a masterpiece. And he told me just a couple days, or maybe it was last week, he said that it's one of the best tomatoes he's ever had, Pink Floyd. Um, he said it's a perfect tomato, better than any hybrid, and it's open pollinated. Anybody else grow Pink Floyd before? I don't have an interior shot on this one. Oh, I'm so glad to hear this. Prince Charming's Bastard was on a list in Australia, yet they didn't know where to get it. Yeah. Well, now they do. It's an enable list to help us narrow down what to plant. Professional tomato plant enabler. Yes, you need that variety too. Julia, you grew Pink Floyd. It's so good, huh? Good to know. I'm pretty sure Deb said she really liked it too. It sure is pretty now that I'm into pinks. Pink Floyd sounds good. I know. I know. All right, that's all I've got for you today, gang. Oh, Lisa Lloyd grew it 2 years ago. Very good balanced tomato. Okay. Is it is it just fine? Or is it awesome? Because I need to know this as my grow list starts to expand when I'm trying to slash. I know somebody got a kick out of me saying slash. Um, is it an intense flavor? I know some pinks are. Or was it just kind of fine? Put it in the comments. This is your last chance to get in #tomato. We have 136 live viewers. 132 are on YouTube, 4 are on Facebook, Instagram. We've got a bunch on Instagram. Hey, Joe Raris is on Instagram. Hey, Joe. Glad you're watching. Wish I could talk to you on Instagram. I don't know if you caught this or not, but on Instagram, I can't see any comments that come through. But we've talked about you quite a bit today, my friend. Anybody have any input on Pink Floyd? The crosses sound good. Big Broy, anything crossed with Brandywine is pretty good, right? Julia, as someone who likes more acidity, I do wish it had more. Okay. Tanya says, I thought I was fancy with Berkeley pink tie-dye and sun sugar tomatoes, but now I'm really fancy now. That tends to happen when you hang out with these crazy people. I'm not a part of this. Yes, I am. But I'm an enabler, and I'm proud to be an enabler. Okay. #tomato. If you haven't, you only need to do it once. We've got some great prizes to give away, thanks to some very generous members. Okay, the first one is from Dana Smith. She's giving away, she won the Secret Seed Cartel Trucker hat and said she's just not a hat person. So she said, can I give it away on Thursday? And I said, sure. So this will be for the trucker hat. And for this one, you contact me. It's obviously in my possession, and I will get it out in the mail to you. I will write this down. First one. Secret Seed Cartel Trucker hat. Tiffany, congratulations, Tiffany. If you can private message me, we'll work that out. All right, next one. And thank you, Dana, for donating. We really appreciate it. I think I need to. It always depends on how many people are here, but I don't know that went through everybody. So I think I need to make it a little bit longer. I think our sweet spot on Friday was like 12 seconds. All right, let's try this out. Next prize, Gayla Anderson Reyes, who I totally skipped over at the 10,000 celebration. She's giving away 2 prize packages. The first one is a Kazula set. Kazula 21/2, 24, 74, 128, 133, 141/2, 147, 174, 224, 226/2. Shoot, I should have made these banners. So this is Gayla Anderson Reyes, and you can private message her if you win these next. I don't write down the prizes from everybody, it just takes too long. So if you guys, the donor can keep track, and the person who won, it's up to you to contact the person. River Rock Farm, congratulations, River Rock Farm. You get the Kazula set from Gala. And the second one is a Sophia set, Blues on a Platter, Cardinal on Straw, Honeycrest, Magic Rainbow, Melon Liqueur, Pineapple Strawberry, Purple Apple, Sweet Tropical Pear, Temptation, and White Heart of Sophia. And that goes to Eric Mooney. Congratulations, Eric. So both of you can contact, I just put the banner up here, Gayla Anderson Reyes. And thank you, Gayla, and congratulations to you both. All right, next one. Megan Clayton has donated 2 prizes. First one is a packet of Crimson Carmelo, Raspberry Beret, Raspberry Beret, Red Ruby Cherry, Rosedale, and Suffer Well, Suffer Well. And this goes, I'll make a banner, Megan Clayton, and you guys can contact Megan. Thank you, Megan, for donating. And this one goes to Blue Goddess 16. Congratulations. You can contact Megan. And the second one goes to, or the second package is Blue Blazes, Rio, Better Than Candy, Hunk Papa, and Shake the Disease. And that goes to Heidi 14171 or Heidi L 44171. Congratulations. You guys can both contact Megan Clayton. Megan, thank you so much for your generosity. You guys, your generosity is what makes Tomato Lovers Collective such a special place. It's so heartwarming. So we never ask for donations, they just come to us. Next one, and I'm glad I looked at this because I totally forgot. We have a new friend, Nuno Baptista from Portugal, and he's donating some varieties from Portugal, from his home country. And I only had written down 3 prizes, but I'm glad I went back. I forgot that he said he would donate 5 prizes. And the varieties are Rey de Tempores, King of the Early Ones, Rio Grande, Maravilla dos Mercados, Curacao de Boy, which are very old seeds from his grandfather, Chico 3, Winter Tomato, I think he added another one on there. Let me just check. Curacao de Boy do Douro, tomato from the north of Portugal. So I believe that's all in the prize package. Thank you, Nuno, for these. These are super special. Let me create a banner here. You guys can contact Nuno. You can private message him. And if for whatever reason you don't have Facebook and you're not part of the group, you can email me and I'll put my email address up in a minute. All right, number 1. Rainier 8336. Congratulations. It's probably Renee R, not Rainier. Second one. They need to have better sound effects on this thing. And L, LJ9E. Congratulations, Anne. That's number 2. I need my Kina here to keep track. Ooh, I wrote Nuna. It's not Nuna, it's Nuno. Whoops. Hang on, let me change that. Sorry, Nuno. I didn't mean to make you a female. Stephanie, congratulations, Stephanie. Hang on, let me switch that. Nuno Baptista. Oh gosh, now I've already forgotten. That's 3, right? Pretty sure. Number 4. Akelia. Congratulations, Akelia. Just come across this message. Heidi says, thank you. What a wonderful surprise. The little tomato head is sick with RSV, and today has been rough. Tomato Talk always brightens up our day. Oh, I hope he feels better. Feel better, little tomato head. RSV is nasty. All right, last one. I think. Iki Ruya Mamoto 1050. Congratulations. You guys can all private message Nuno Baptista. He is in the group. If you're not on Facebook, you can email me and I will get you in touch. All right, next prize. Thank you, Nuno. I don't know if I just thanked you or not, but thank you. Gigi Reyes has, these are all Alexi varieties. Hutzel Magic, Treasures of Policia, Carpathian Pearls, Gold of Tavria, Evening in Kiev, and a surprise from Natalie Casanelli. So this is for 2 people. Thank you, Gigi. Amy Tran, congratulations. Hang on, you can contact Gigi. Let me move this up. Gigi's who you contact for this one. And second one, well, this has been fun. And I'm kind of right on the money with 2 hours. I thought I was going to end early. Silly me. That'll never happen. Mary Dawn Long Rivas. Congratulations, Mary. You guys can contact Gigi Reyes. And thank you, Gigi, very much for your generosity. Who else we have? Teresa Begin. Surprise, surprise. Always so generous each week, it seems. She's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 prizes. The first one is a package of Dwarf Awesome, Cherokee Purple Bicolor, Jarson 1 Tricolor, Jarson 10 Tricolor, and Kazula 133. I think most of those I gave her original seeds for. Let me change the banner here. Okay, so this goes to Mandy Pug. Congratulations, Mandy. You can contact Teresa. Second one is a pack of True Colors, Taiga, Jarson 5, Jarson 10 Tricolor, and Dwarf Audrey's Love. And this goes to, I'm totally going to look up Turkish tomato recipes after this is over. That breakfast thing sounded great. Nure, congratulations, Nure. You can contact Teresa. And finally, a micro prize, Dynamite Delight, Tiny Tiger, Raindrops, Groovy Tunes, and Fuzzy Wuzzy. And this is our last prize of the day. Jennifer Barnes. Congratulations, Jennifer. Thank you, Teresa, once again for your generosity. And thank you all for being here. It's nice to be back in the swing of things. I've missed these Thursdays. Every Thursday, I mean, I was on the beach, so I missed you, but you know, I wasn't crying or anything. Um, and I did do a lot of like tomato research and stuff while I was away. But yeah, I ordered way too much. That's put me in vacation like a tomato seed ordering fool. But it is nice to be back with you all. So just a reminder, contact Sherman Sullivan if you're interested. He's moving to Colombia and he can't take his gardening things with him, and so he's looking for people to take it off his hands. He's in New Jersey, so you can private message him directly and work it out. Um, We've got Angwei as our guest, our April episode of Tomato Talk Live, April 3rd. And make sure you start making plans for our third annual plant seed swap. Carlisle, Friday, May 8th, from 12 to 6. We're going to have a food truck this year, some other surprises. Jen and I are super excited. Can't believe it's our third annual already. Even if you don't have plants to bring, come. You'll definitely go home with some plants. It's a great way to meet each other in person. And I guess that's it. So until next time, gang, peace and love. Get your gratitude on. And I mean that. Get your gratitude on. Life's too short to take ourselves too seriously. It really is. Um, I said this recently, like, anybody who takes the fun out of tomatoes, I don't really have time for them. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. And I hope you have fun for these 2 hours a week with me because I sure have fun. Get your gratitude on and go grow tomatoes. Bye, everybody. See you next week or next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, part 2 of my grow list, Wednesday and Thursday. Buckle up, everybody. Bye.